Okay, hello everyone. How does it go? Today I'm going to be just talking about my coloring process, especially for this picture, seeing as I'm coloring this picture. But yeah. So starting off, I had a line art that I did, and then I colored it to be pink because I knew the basic, like the overall color scheme of the drawing was going to be like pink and yellow, and I wanted her to have pink and yellow hair and stuff. So what I was doing right here, I was just before I started this, I had done some very basic shading, and at the moment I'm painting over all these layers of like the color, the basic colors beneath it, and I'm just adding in the small details that I think make it better, like the eye, the hair, and I'm just going over it with, I mainly only use one brush. I've posted it before, but if you guys need it again, I'll post it. I called it awesome because it is awesome, but really it's just a really basic brush setting. I think I like everything set to 0, and sometimes I put on the blending, but for the most part, it's just set to all basic settings, so I just use it like that. I don't know where I got it from. I got it from some artist a while ago, but I think that I changed the settings a lot, so I don't know if I'd recognize it before. But going back to the picture, I use a lot of overlay layers and multiply layers. Overlay to add the highlights and stuff, of course, and multiply to add the shadows, and that's really helpful because like you don't have to risk losing what's beneath it to see where you want the shadows to be. So I do that like all the time and just add in what needs to be there and stuff. And the way I do that is, well, usually what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to decide on the light source, and you're supposed to put lights there. And when you do the overlay layer, that's where you can start the light, and then you can slowly blend it out so it looks more polished and stuff. Like usually for multiply layers and overlay layers, it's just for the starting point. That's not how it's actually going to look in the end. When I paint over, I'm going to use those ideas from the lighting when I do it and stuff. And right here, I'm adding in earrings that are black because I felt like her color scheme was too similar, and I wanted something to break it up a little and also give her a little bit more of a I'm not so cutesy look with the black earrings and stuff. So yeah, that's what it is. What else is there to talk about? Well, I guess I could talk about colors a little bit. With this, of course, I was going with yellows, oranges, and pinks, and I was just going back in where I thought it would need to be like interesting, and I just mixed them all over the place and hoped for the best that it would work out. Lately I've been really into like a painterly style, and the way like as I explained before, I put in the multiply layers and overlay layers to like decide where my painting is going to be, if that makes sense. I hope it does. But yeah. So first I'll do a really messy sketch, and then I'll do a clean line art, and if I like the line art enough, I'll go with that and just color it. But sometimes I'll do that line art again, just so it's that much cleaner. And then after that, I'll do a basic shell shade with multiply layers, and then I'll start painting it, and slowly I'll add overlay layers. And yeah, you just keep going through until it looks right, and you just keep painting and painting, and eventually most of the lines will go away, so your line art disappears and it just turns into a painterliness. But with this one, I wanted it to have a little bit more of a crisp feeling, I guess. And some parts I painted, some parts the lines are still showing, and I just thought it gave it a more unique kind of look. I don't know, this was fun. I hadn't really broken loose like this before in a while. And yeah. What else is there to talk about? I guess I could talk about hair a little bit, even though I did that in my last video. Make sure you have smooth lines, and you just blend in the colors into each other. And right there where I added the purple there, that's just to give it a little bit more different, what's it called? What's the word? Yeah, just something a little more contrasting the purple. And I feel like it makes everything else pop out a little bit more, since all those other colors are kind of in the same color range. And where her hair is like weirdly fringed and stuff, that's the fringe tool. That's what I'm doing right there, the orange. It's just so it gives a little bit more dynamicness and has a little bit more shape compared to the painterly hair behind it. I think it looks kind of cool. It's fun. You should try it. You just the fringe tool above the all the layers and stuff, you just turn that on. I think mine's probably on like 5 or something when I was doing that. And then you just paint right over all the layers and it looks pretty cool. And it's fun. Now right here I'm adding in a purple background. As I said, no, I guess it's kind of blue. I don't know what color it is, but you'll see as I go. I just wanted to make her face pop out a little bit more from the background because all of her colors were kind of similar. And it needed something to make it look more cohesive. No, what's the word? Not cohesive, like, just make her pop out more, yeah. That's what I mean, exactly. Ha ha ha. And just adding highlights, because highlights are cool. They're the high of my life. Yeah, just try a whole bunch of stuff. I don't really worry about it too much. Like right there, I just took off all that hair, and that's, I don't know, I liked it, but at the same time, I didn't. Yeah, right here I'm adding in blue, multiply layer, just to give it some more color differentiation, I guess. And I think it looks kind of cool, and I hope you guys liked it, and stay tuned for my next video. I'm unsure if I'm going to be posting them on Wednesdays or Sundays. I'm still figuring that out, because it's been working out differently. Anyway, bye!